The bank above the law, BIS in the digital age of control. 1. From survival to expansion. After World War II, the BIS did not fade, it flourished. Instead of being dismantled, it became the quiet backbone of the post-war financial order. In the 1960s it began working hand in hand with the IMF. By the 1970s, it expanded beyond Europe, bringing in Canada, Japan, and later the United States Federal Reserve itself. Once Washington bought BIS shares in 1994, the game was global. What does that actually mean? It means the bank that once financed Hitler now sat at the center of the world's monetary system. Footnote: the U.S. Federal Reserve officially became a BIS shareholder in 1994, decades after its founding. 2. The inner circle. Every 2 months, the ritual continues. 19 central bankers meet in Basel behind tinted windows. They are chauffeured, dined, and shielded like royalty. Meetings last 90 minutes, followed by dinners where, according to one participant, the wine and the stupidity of finance ministers were the main topics of discussion. Translation: you don't need transparency when the public pays for the party. So what does that actually mean? It means while politicians bicker on TV, unelected technocrats set the rules in private. Footnote: the Economic Consultative Committee, ECC, of the BIS includes roughly 19 central bankers who meet in strict secrecy every 2 months. 3. Sovereign immunity in practice. The BIS has the same legal protections as a sovereign state. Its documents cannot be subpoenaed. Its funds cannot be seized. Its couriers cannot be searched. It is, effectively, a country without citizens, yet with the authority to reshape the global economy. If democracy is about accountability, the BIS exists as its perfect opposite. The humor here writes itself: you pay taxes, they drink wine. Footnote: the BIS convention with Switzerland grants it sovereign immunity, placing it beyond legal reach of any nation. 4. Enter digital money. Fast forward to the 2020s. Cash looks dirty, obsolete, and dangerous during the pandemic. Fear accelerates the push for clean money, contactless, trackable, programmable. Central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, arrive, with the BIS running pilots across the globe. They promise efficiency, speed, and inclusion. But behind the pitch lies the catch: total surveillance. Every payment, every donation, every burger purchase can be logged and traced. So what does that actually mean? It means money is no longer freedom, it is a leash. Footnote: over 130 countries, representing more than 98% of global GDP, are piloting CBDCs with BIS coordination. 5. Programmable currency. Unlike cash, CBDCs are programmable. That means rules can be coded directly into money. Spend too much on fast food? Access restricted. Donate to the wrong political group? Account flagged. Miss your social credit target? Payment declined. It sounds dystopian, because it is. Officials even admit it: central banks will have absolute control over how CBDCs are used, and the technology to enforce that control. Footnote: BIS officials have publicly stated that CBDCs allow central banks absolute control over their use. 6. The illusion of independence. Central bankers like to present themselves as neutral, priest-like guardians of stability. In reality, they are unelected, unaccountable, and increasingly tied to the BIS. Their public statements are carefully choreographed: inflation is transitory was repeated like a choir song in 2021. Behind closed doors, however, the truth is that inflation is policy, not accident. It is the silent tax that keeps the system alive. Footnote: inflation after the pandemic stimulus was widely called transitory by central banks, an assessment proven wrong. 7. The coming era. The BIS is not just shaping monetary policy, it is writing the code of future money. CBDCs, digital IDs, tokenized assets, together these form a system of complete visibility and control. Once implemented, every wallet becomes a window, every transaction a file, and every citizen a data point. The promise is efficiency. The price is freedom. And the BIS, the bank above the law, is holding the pen. Footnote. The BIS Innovation Hub is actively developing frameworks for CBDCs, tokenized assets, and digital ID integration.